Today's episode is coming from a question from David Court, a loyal subscriber to our YouTube channel. And he asks, what are some of the game principles that you use in business and life?
Material witness
The most important principle that I can say that I've learned personally from game and learning pickup and getting involved with Real Social Dynamics is the abundancy principle. Because when I first got involved with game, I had that one-itis principle. That's the principle that you're focused so narrowly on getting one particular result with a woman that if you don't get that result, your ego, your life just feels crushed. And that is the result that allows people to get demolished. If you have that abundancy principle, what you're more likely to do is get that one particular girl, one particular result. And that is because you're not viewing that one thing, that one means of getting success as your only means of success. And that's actually way more true than you think it is when you're in the moment. Because when you're focused on getting many results, you're more likely to be more relaxed, more calm, more on point, as opposed to being nervous that you're not going to get that one particular result. You're not relying on that one particular moment, that one particular shot. You hear songs like Eminem sing, you have that one shot. But it's not like that in terms of pickup. And most of the time, it's not like that in terms of business. Yeah, there's these one-time moments that are really important to you. But at the same time, you've got to view it with a lack of outcome dependence, which is another game principle. Because if you're not so focused on getting that one particular result, you're more likely to get it, you're more likely to be more relaxed, more likely to be on top of your game intellectually, emotionally, and everything is going to fall into place more likely if you're not focused on getting that one particular outcome, that one particular one-itis result. Cold approach in and of itself was the basis behind Real Social Dynamics. We created this company on game principles of doing cold walk-ups to people that we don't know in any situation, whether they're sitting down in a bar, whether you're walking up a girl on the street. These principles are applied to my business life all the time. When I go to business networking conventions, I'll do walk-ups now to network really, really powerfully, really, really fast. This was not something that I naturally had. I kind of developed that as like a party promoter, walking up to people, inviting them to parties, but not the principles of basically establishing a human connection with somebody one-on-one, finding what their needs, what their values are, establishing rapport, establishing a hook and attraction to get them interested in communicating with you, and getting a phone number, a close for a day two, a meetup, and following up to develop a sound relationship. These are the cold approach principles that you learn from cold walk-ups within Real Social Dynamics that are extremely valuable today. Almost everything that you learn though in your dating life applies to your business life. For example, when you're doing a day two or a cold walk-up, the same thing happens when you're doing it in a business relationship. You're just trying to establish the commonalities, how you guys will connect, what's your reason why you're going to be connecting and establishing that long-term relationship. And that's what happens in a dating life. And the same thing happens when you're developing a business relationship in the long term. Texting, following up with people, getting a result in field, in person, using the phone number for that, email, the follow-up process after you've gotten the contact information. This is something that I established on a very deep level from cold approach pickup, from doing tens of thousands of sets. And this is the same thing that's helped me personally in my business life in terms of developing a business mastermind. I also wanted to establish very strong mentors. Real Social Dynamics was created as a business networking group to help people learn cold approach pickup. It's also the same principles I use to build a board of advisors of people that have helped me build a business mastermind network. And it has been the main educational force that allowed Real Social Dynamics to become what it is today. Now, in terms of pickup, some of the conversational sets that you'll learn, the free-flowing ideas, the ability to not run out of things to say, the ability to go from topic to topic, the ability to have multiple threads and going back to different threads, and establishing different conversation topics and talk for a very long time and just kind of develop that rhythm in your communication. The way you convey your words, your actions, the emotions that come across from it. These are pickup concepts that I've learned and utilized in business. Because when you communicate in business, you're trying to communicate the same things, because business is a lot about whether people like you, whether they want to do business with you, whether they could feel like you're on the same page with them. And the same thing happens in your personal relationships and definitely in your dating relationships. You got to make it feel like the energy that you have internally is what you're projecting onto them in a good, positive way. So you want to be in that good mood most of the time, or have that more positive outlook, or it's not going to be communicated right. Sometimes you'll be in a bad mood. I'll be in a bad mood sometimes, and I'll be out in a social environment and definitely in a business environment when things are really tough. And I feel like I have more than one of who I am. And as a result, some of my staff will have to keep me in check and be like, Nick, the way you're communicating is that secondary self. And they'll bring that up to me, because one of the core principles is bridging the congruency gap of who you think you're projecting and who others perceive that you are projecting who that person is. That is so important in business. If you convey two different sides of who you are, you're not likely to convey the message that you're trying to convey in as powerful a way as if you were just doing it in a way that you're having that bridge of congruency. That requires you to know deep down, very on a core level, who you are, that identity. So you have to go through the process of self-actualization and make it sure that who you want to be is who you're conveying to other people who you are. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you haven't made it and success in life isn't really there, you're trying to convey the worst part of who you are, and who you are you feel like you're lacking. You want to convey the best parts of who you are to other people. Knowing that, think about your passions, who you are deep down inside, and what you want to convey to others. And also explore so much out there, whether it's from travel, doing various extracurricular activities, trying to learn more about business, or continually educating yourself about the world. These are the things that allow you to relate to people on a business level. Because some people will ask me, what are the topics that you need to talk about from high level people in the business world? Well, you're not going to have one core thing that you talk about with everybody. It's kind of going to be varied, because everyone has different interests. Some people play golf, some people hate golf. Some people love video games, some people hate video games. You got to have those passions and various experiences, so when people convey what their passions are, you can relate to them. If they have particular things that are in the business world that you are really, really interested in, or if they are interested in, you kind of have that commonality. Other things, though, are sometimes they have a particular thing they need help with, where they need connections for resources. And that's one of the things that I really love about myself, being a connector and being one of the normal people. I mean, because I'm not like the president who can connect with almost anyone, but being among the normal people that I know in my life that has one of the most powerful Rolodexes on the planet. So I think that it allows me to be able to share with people. If they ask, hey, I'm looking for this person or this person or this person, or somebody could help me, I could help them, because I know so many different people. If I don't know them, I know people that probably do know them. That's what's important, is developing that powerful Rolodex. And that's the same thing that helps you in social life as well, in your dating life as well. When you're trying to get access to cool parties, or be introduced to cool girls, or have cool guys as wingmen, having that personal life is interactive and engaging and fun. Same thing happens in the business world. In fact, a lot of my business friendships have spawned from having really powerful personal relationships. People have wanted just to hang out with me for fun. And then they become business contacts, business advisors, business relationships, and mentors. The same thing will happen in pretty much every aspect of your life. That's why it's so powerful to get this locked down. In terms of game was defined by Jeffy. It was kind of a definition that he created, where he said that game is about using the rhythms of your interaction to kind of control the message that you want to convey to other people. And he broke down rhythms by being the energy, the emotional energy that you input to other people to kind of lead and engage interaction to go in a particular way. And that same process of persuasion is what you have to do and think about when you're engaging with other people. If you have no agenda going into a relationship, you're more likely also to get the result. The same thing in your personal relationship. But at the same time, you need to logistically have a game plan of what you're doing. Are you talking to a girl because you want to pick her up? Are you talking to a guy because you want to do business with him? And what kind of outcome exactly do you want out of that? You need to logistically have a game plan in mind. Like, am I here to offer value and help this person on their particular path in their business world? Am I going to just try to have fun and just see how it goes? I like to just develop relationships for the sake of developing relationships. You never know who's going to be able to be a part of your life in a really powerful, impactful way. So I'm not going to limit the friends I have to only particular kind of people. One thing I am going to do, though, is remove the negative energy out of my life. From people that are really down-sucking and trying to drain my energy out of my life, I want that gone. I want that removed. And that's super important in game also, because by projecting a low energy and surrounding yourself with people that have what Owen always refers to as low vibrational energy. Low vibrational energy people who are trying to suck you down, as opposed to high vibrational energy people that are trying to raise you up, you're more likely to have the higher state. Because inner state is a concept we talk about all the time in game. The projection of who you are internally, conveying that to other people, because conveying your best self, the coolest aspect of yourself, is what game is all about. It's also what business is all about, what life's all about. And I think that your family would appreciate you, and your close friends appreciate you being in a good state, even when times are difficult. People want to help you when times are tough. But you also want to make sure that you are also on top of your game emotionally. You can control that inner state in your being. We read all the time in RSD, you'll hear all sorts of book recommendations from Tyler. I've referred to a book list that Tony Hsieh gave to me about the books that he recommended for RSD University, which is a training program to train our staff, which we created in 2004. He created one called Zappos University. He gave us all these books and references. One of the most powerful ones was Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's the most powerful book that I think that influenced my life, because it's about getting the core values and principles that you need to have in your life that are going to affect you in every aspect of your life. So as opposed to saying that sex or money or family or one particular thing was the main focus of your life, you're focused on the principles. Now in the Blueprint to Code, we talk about those core principles and foundational beliefs that control your identity, the boundaries you will and not set from other people, the boundaries of what you will set for yourself, the things that you believe that you should be able to accomplish, how you view yourself in a powerful way. These are the core principles that you also need to have in every aspect of your life, from your personal life in general, to your business life, to your dating life. And that is the main core of what game is about in terms of how it's going to help you in your business. Now, if you take these principles that you learn from Real Social Dynamics, from boot camps, from hot seats, from our live programs, you'll notice that these principles will apply, almost all of them, to your business life and your dating life and your personal life, because Real Social Dynamics was built on the concepts of self-actualization, dating life, and identity level change. These are the 3 principles that are at the top of Real Social Dynamics is rsdnation.com. If you go to rsdnation.com and check out the forum, you'll see those 3, because that is the core of all of life. Your dating life is probably the most important part of your life, because it's your personal relationships that you form that are most important to you. You spend most time in your life around your partner, your lover. And that's why it's so important. At the same time, you can't be the best version of yourself until you've gone through that process of self-actualization and identity level change. So study the game, and you will notice that these principles will affect every aspect of your life in a very powerful and positive way. Subscribe to my channel, post your comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please share with me the topics that you think are the most valuable to you, because I love making these videos and I only know what you want me to share by you posting the comments below. So thanks for sharing your comments. This is a social media platform here on YouTube. Treat it like that. I will interact with you directly. Please post your comments below and subscribe to your channel and share this video with people you think that this will help.